Hey everybody, we're back with Fallout 76, and we're going to try an actual episode of, or second episode of The Walk. And The Walk is a series where I open up the outdated Prima strategy guide to a random location on the map, and then I fast travel there, and then we walk back to the camp, see how long it takes to get back, and kind of just commentate with stuff along the way. That video I put up yesterday, I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. I felt the audio wasn't good. I wasn't talking a lot. I kind of was just silent for most of the video, or later parts of the video. So yeah, let's try to fix that. So open strategy guide to this page. It is the Savage Divide. Right next. Oh, it's one of those the big tall mansions. The big tall mansions. So this one might be a little bit shorter than regular, but yeah, yeah. I don't know. What I talked about before a little bit. I talked about YouTube, but yeah, you know where my camp is? It's right here, right where the forest meets the ash heap. It's at this. It's at this little house that you can claim, and so it's actually my camp's made to maximize like food, and basically it's kind of just for adhesive, because you can make adhesive, which a lot of people don't know. If I have any purified water, oh, we'll be fine. Not going to run into too many high-level enemies. I don't think we should at all, but I think it was this one, the Garahan. We'll go to the horn rate. It opened up to just like a splash screen of it. So yeah, what's been going on? Nothing. Been playing Call of Duty. Apparently YouTube's changing policies and banned a bunch of people from someone Markiplier's stream. I don't watch Markiplier, but his video showed up about a problem with YouTube, and I happened to watch it. And yeah, that seems pretty BS. That people participating in his stream were just randomly banned. Kind of messed up. I mean, YouTube's been on just a downward trend ever since the first adpocalypse. That's taking a long time to load. I don't know. YouTube's just. It's not what it used to be. Like, I don't know. Just a lot of things about YouTube just aren't working right, and, you know. But, I mean, apparently they can, like, remove you from their platform now if they don't find you, like, financially something. Which that sounds completely BS. And YouTube's been hiding people's comments on my channel. Like, people will comment sometimes, and it will just hide their comment. Like, it won't be in spam, right? It will be there. You just can't see it. Because I had that on one of the Call of Duty videos. And it's like, what the... Oh, that's Mr. Gutsy. Yeah, but I had that on there, and it's just like... Ah, I reload. Okay, game. Yeah, I don't know. Just... YouTube's just been a mess. It's just a mess. Wow, that goes a lot of health. Didn't even give me anything good. Yeah. I don't know why we're in here. I thought it would be... It is filled with high-level enemies, and that's kind of what I wanted to see. Came through 8 rounds. Huh. Oh, hey, there's a sniper rifle spawn up here, if you want to get plans for it. I'll go to the steamer trunk. Fusion core, plasma grenade, and I don't really want either of those, do I? Yeah, because I'm going to be overcumbered from them. And I kind of want to scrap the focus. I kind of want to scrap that. So maybe we can take some vodka for at least a little bit. I would jump off the side, but I don't have power armor. Like, I kind of removed power armor from my inventory because I don't really need it anymore. Like, I have the backpack, which kind of defeats the purpose of having the excavator armor. And, yeah. And I don't fight the queen anymore. I have no, like, there's no point in fighting the queen. At least in my opinion. It's like, oh, you get a legendary. Yeah, I usually get 2 1-stars and end up scripting them. I've never gotten anything good from the queen. I have the plans to build the Ultra Sight armor set, right? And, like, that's the only reason to fight the queen, is to get the plans for the Ultra Sight armor set, but if you complete the main quest, you just get it anyway. So it's like, what's the point in fighting the queen? I mean, I guess you can say you did it, but I don't know, it just seems kind of pointless to me. She doesn't give any special weapons, I mean, besides the power armor plans, which you don't actually need to fight her to get. Like, CJ, I don't know, like, the queen, and I've said this multiple times in past videos, and Bethesda's never going to do this, at least I don't think they are, but I always said the game needs to be more like World of Warcraft in some areas, and like standard MMO, where, like, if you fight this enemy, right, you should get a rare weapon that you can't get anywhere else. Where am I going? Oh, we're going to Vault 63. But yeah, like, the queen should drop, like if Ultra Sight laser weapons only dropped from the queen, see, then you would have a reason to fight her. Because then you'd have, you'd have Ultra Sight laser rifles and Ultra Sight or Gatling lasers. See, and that gives you 2 reasons to fight her. And maybe you can get legendary, and you can get, like, you should always get an Ultra Sight laser weapon from her, right? And it should always be a legendary, at least a 2 or 3-star legendary. She should never drop 1-star legendaries, but she does. Like, I don't know, man, if I was in charge of this game, I could fix it so much. Just like, hey, Ultra Sight laser weapons, cool, they should only drop from the Scorch Beast Queen. Alright. Or maybe she drops, like, a special version of the Ultra Sight laser weapons, like it's supercharged. It's like a 2-shot. It has, like, 3 effects that can't go together on a regular weapon. It's a quad 2-shot, and faster fire rate. Those effects can't go together altogether because 2 of those are main. So, this is the unfinished one. You know how uniques worked in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, where the weapons were actually unique. Or Skyrim. World of Warcraft. You go fight the bosses in World of Warcraft because you want the weapons and armor they drop. You don't fight them just because they're bosses. Or you go back and fight the older ones because you want the armor set in order to be transmogrified, which is a much better system. Like, transmogrifying armor was such a cool thing to be added to WoW. Of course, in my Paladin, I always use Tier 2 Judgment, the best looking armor set for Paladins in that game. Some people don't agree, some people think it's ugly with all the orange, but Tier 2 Judgment armor was always my favorite. What else did I do? Oh, I had this red armor from Mists of Pandaria. I actually went and got, like, because for some reason, after a while in World of Warcraft, boots stopped being included in the armor sets, and it was everything but the boots, and that really annoyed me because I really hate mishmashed armor. How do you say it? Mismatched armor. Like, that's something that just annoys me, is like having all different armor pieces. Oh, I can drop that. I'm gonna eat that. I need to drop some stuff. I hear a Scorch Beast. Jesus. Should we fight it? I don't really have any weapons to fight it. I mean, yeah, I got the Gauze rifle, but it's... Scorch Beast hitboxes are really weird. Are you legendary? No, I'm not fighting you. That's another thing. Scorch Beast, completely worthless to fight if they're not legendary. I need to drop stuff. Don't you dare come over here. We're just gonna walk away best I can. Can we drop? Oh, I can drop both of those. And we can drop... No, I'd like to keep lead ore, that's pretty important. Oh, wait. Well, that's one weight. Yeah, I don't need that. Dang. Well, I don't need plasma grenades. There we go. Now we're good. But yeah, where should we go? Which way? Should we go around? Let's go that way. Should we cut through the middle? Kinda want to go around. Because actually... No, we'll go around. Or no, we'll cut through the middle. Because I haven't actually gone up there in a while. Which they probably haven't changed anything, but still. For those of you who are wondering what kind of build I use, it is a Berserker's build, which means no armor. Or no armor or damage resistance. So to get the maximum effect out of these Berserker's weapons. Well, that was weird, disappeared. Game's lagging. Game, both of those were hits. Alright, yep. Game just doesn't want to register shots, I guess. I don't know, Fallout 76 recently has had just... Like, everything's having problems these days, I swear. Like, I mean, Fallout 76 has been having problems since its launch, but... Yeah. And, like, so much could be done with this game to make it worth it, because... One of my problems with this game is that I don't think Bethesda, or who's ever in charge of it, knows what they want it to be. Because there's a conversation on the forums, the actual forums, not the Reddit. I do not go on Reddit. There's a conversation on the forums and people were like, and this guy was asking for a similar game to Fallout 76, and like everybody was giving these weird answers for games, like all these single player games. He was like, no, I want a multiplayer game like Fallout 76, and nobody still answered him. Like the only thing people said was Ark, right? I was like, and I thought about this like long and hard. What is the most similar game to Fallout 76? And that would probably be a game called Miscreated. It's a CryEngine game. It's a game made on CryEngine. It's a post-apocalyptic open world, kind of survivalish. It is survival game. Oh hey. I didn't even know these would spawn here. So there's a bigger threat than me here, but, you know, if you want to come charging at me, sure. Probably should have kept those plasma grenades. Oh, but I do have pumpkin grenades. Ow. Hello. Ow. Slows you down, and that's annoying. Very much appreciate you not shooting with your shotgun while we're fighting this legendary monster. There we go, headshots. That's what we need. Aha! Your pathing can't handle walkways. If anything else, that'd be faster. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Took long enough. Hey, a 1-star piece of armor. And has anyone noticed something through this entire video so far? You're probably thinking, what? A certain perk hasn't activated in 17 minutes. Luck of the Draw rank 3 is broken. It just does not activate. I'm guessing this was done on purpose in order to get us to buy more of the repair kits. Yes, it used to activate almost all the time, where you could use it to, basically, you would very rarely need to repair your weapons. And yeah, I have proof. You can go watch my older videos. But now, it just doesn't work. Luck of the Draw does not work. It's supposed to activate per trigger pull, but as you can see, between two weapons, two rifle weapons, you know, nothing. Let's see if it activates by the end of this video. Oh, speaking of Fallout 76, I've noticed now that whenever you type in Fallout 76 gameplay, it actually comes up with people doing gameplay and not the people that just cover controversial news in order to get views. You know, that don't actually play games. They just, like, cover the news. They're not really news. They kind of just repeat what other channels are saying for views. You know what I mean? Those channels. So there's a lot of them. I tend to... If they show up in my feed, I usually block them. Because it's like, I don't care. It's like, I don't really care about all the controversy around those things. It's like, oh no, like everything's outrage culture now. Like, oh god, we have to be outraged at something and have to act like a mob. We can barely think for ourselves these days. Hello there. You can go away. That didn't work. There's a lot of you. Huh. I also noticed that a lot of people have subscribed recently. Which is kind of interesting. I mean, I like that. But no one comments. I enjoy when people comment on my videos. But I guess, you know, now with YouTube hiding comments for no reason. And banning people for commenting. I don't know. Oh, what else to talk about? Oh, Call of Duty. Been having a lot of fun with Call of Duty ever since they had Hardpoint. And me and my friend were doing that, that 2v2 mode. That I forget what it's called. And, like, we were having a lot of fun with it. We were just being stupid in it. Because, like, there's some rounds where it would give you, like, a pistol, but you wouldn't have a secondary, so your guy would just use his fist. And we would both run at the enemy just using fists. And it never worked, or it worked once, but, like, I don't know. We just don't take Call of Duty very seriously whenever we're playing together. And then, for some reason, whenever my other friend joins, and we have a 3-person team, things get very serious. Maybe because he complains a lot. Like, he complains a lot. About anything. Really. And he'll try arguing. He was like, the MP7 is just as overpowered as it was in MW2. I'm like, you mean MW3? He's like, no, it was in there in MW2. It was a pistol. I'm like, the MP7 was not in MW2. And he got really mad at me. He gets mad when people correct him, which I find funny. Like, I'm just trying to, you know, give you the right information. There was no MP7 in MW2. There was MP5. And there was the TMP. There was no MP7. That was an MW3 that it was overpowered. And Black Ops 2. And, like, he's the type of person that, he's not going to change how he's playing, right? Because this Call of Duty, you have to play it a little bit differently, because it's kind of slower in a way, where you have to peek corners. You know, you're ADSing, you're staying in ADS a lot more. There's a lot more corners, there's a lot more ups and a lot more downs. Kind of like, COD, it's kind of like COD 4 and Ghost mixed together in a way. And, like, I tried telling him this, but he's like, wow, it shouldn't be that way. I'm going to continue doing what I do, or how I play Call of Duty. I don't know. It's like, and he's just getting angry at it. He's not getting any kill streaks. He's just, like, dying a lot, getting angry at it. And he's like, oh, why did I buy this game? This game sucks. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's a fairly decent game. You just can't play it. What's with all these possums? Oh, that's weird. Like, he tried, he had his weird argument against me. He's like, oh, you used to be anti-Battlefield and pro Call of Duty, and now you're pro, and he's like, now you've changed too. It's like, no, I didn't hate Battlefield. I loved Bad Company 2, and I haven't really liked any Battlefield after Bad Company 2. Except Battlefield 1. I like Battlefield 1. Except I didn't like Battlefield 3, at least the beta, and I played over several people's house, didn't like it. Bought Battlefield 4 late into its life on the Xbox One, didn't like it. Never bought Hardline, because we played the beta back on 360, didn't like it, never bought it. And then I played Battlefield 1, and the only reason I bought Battlefield 1 is because it's a World War 1 game, and I was like, whoa, that's kind of interesting. Like, there's not too many World War 1 games. I don't know, it's just, like, Battlefield is a very hit and miss game for me. And, like, the reason I liked Bad Company 2 so much is, it's because of the maps. The maps and all the game modes are a lot smaller. And also, I love the Vietnam and hardcore. Like, Bad Company 2 hardcore, I loved it. Like, just the way it... Because Bad Company 2 does not feel like a AAA game. Bad Company 2 feels like a very clunky indie game. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just... Maybe not on PC, because on PC it plays kind of differently than it does on Xbox 360. Because on 360 you have a very limited sensitivity range. Like, you turn very slowly in that game. Like, this is like triple the speed you can turn in Bad Company 2. And, like, there's no vaulting, there's no sliding, the reloads are very clunky, like, kind of bad. Like, the Bad Company 2 reloads are fairly badly done. Oh, just something about Bad Company 2 I really like. Maybe it's the fact you can shoot down vehicles with just your gun. You don't actually need a rocket launcher. Maybe it's because the maps were designed for rush and not conquest, and I don't like conquest. Like, when I play Battlefield, I avoid conquest. I really don't like conquest. I like rush. And in Battlefield 1, I really liked I liked Frontlines, and I liked the big game modes, which I forget. What was the big game mode? Oh, Operations. I really liked Operations. I like linear game modes. I don't like the go anywhere game modes where you run for like 10 minutes and you get shot in the back and then it's back to running again. And then, like, the best thing to do is just to camp one or two objectives, and then you, I don't know. Don't like Conquest and Battlefield. Operations all the way. Operations, Rush, and Frontlines. Maybe that's one of the reasons I never liked 3 or 4, or I don't know why I didn't like 3. Oh, I didn't like 3 because it wasn't Bad Company 3, so I refused to buy it. And I didn't like it either. It felt too polished. It didn't feel clunky. Like, Battlefield Bad Company 2 to Battlefield 3 feels so, like 3 and 4, and I guess Hardline as well, feels so different compared to Bad Company 2. Well, it's almost been 30 minutes. Huh. We're almost back at the camp. Yeah. I don't know, I kind of want to make a video detailing, like, the future of Fallout 76, and, like, what I think needs to change. But I was going to do that after Wastelanders came out this year, except they delayed Wastelanders until next year, so now I don't really know how to make that video. Because I don't know if things I said I'd like to see changed about the game or added are just going to be changed or added in Wastelanders. Because they're going to finally add new weapons to the game. Like, I mean, like, actual new weapons, not like reskinned weapons. So yeah, we're back at the camp. That took roughly 29 minutes to get from here to here. Going all around, you know. Yeah, that was good. Alright. See you later. Yeah, bye.